best anime fights. Starting off with Ichigo versus Grimmjow from Bleach. Um, the first one in the city. This one got its reputation for being the most savage fight I've ever seen in Bleach. Basically, Grimmjow's an Ankar and Ichigo's a Soul Reaper, so they're not really close at terms. So Grimmjow decides, like, I'm gonna kick the crap out of him. And he does, like, severely, without drawing his sword. I mean, if anybody like can beat up a Soul Reaper with a sword without drawing his own weapon, then you are a pretty bad guy. And not only that, he's like super punch. He was like speeding punch him. Yeah, the fight ended with Grimmjow actually beating up Ichigo so much that it was like bruises and everything. So Grimmjow won that fight. There were multiple other fights to come, and thus the final fight with Grimmjow that ended up killing him. Yeah, pretty cool. But all in all, this I wasn't able to find a decent picture from that fight, so this was the only thing that was close to it. Knowing his half to battle, and the other half is punching somebody in the face. But yeah, all in all, Ichigo versus Grimmjow as my starting one. This next one actually made me kind of odd because we're going Mystery Science Theater 3000 because this fight from my favorite anime actually, it's my second favorite at least, is from Samurai X or Rurouni Kenshin versus Shushiro. Now, or Sushi or something, I forgot. Well, basically, this guy's covered in bandages from his burn incident, and Kenshin has to take care of him after what he has done. Kenshin's fight, Kenshin's fight with him was pretty good. I mean, but then it got just so odd to the point where when Kenshin's abilities and the sparks from his sword, from their swords, like started coming flying everywhere. And actually, throughout the fight, it was actually kind of funny. It made me laugh because I didn't actually know that it was one of the sparks. But all of a sudden, Shishiro spontaneously combust. I'm like, whoa, man. He like, I know he was burned. He was a burn victim, but he spontaneously combust. He was like, I'm like, what the heck? He spontaneously combust, and I don't think he died after that. No, he did die. I mean, it took him a while to die, but it was pretty funny to just see that scene. And I did not even know that. Surprisingly, I didn't even know he spontaneously combust, or that mystery still remains to me today. Was it a spark? A spark can start the biggest of fires. Yeah, any spark will cause like the biggest incident of fire if you don't step it out. Now, what was pretty odd about this was I think Kenshin really, I don't think he killed him. Kenshin never tries to kill his opponents. So, the question remains me today. Was it a spark? Or did Shishiro actually spontaneously combust? I digress. Next part. Next character is I'm talking about from my friend's favorite anime, Inuyasha. Inuyasha versus Sesshomaru. Yes, they're brothers, but one's a full demon, one's a half demon. I basically go for Inuyasha the entire time because this guy is super strong. Basically, there are multiple fights between them. Some of them go way out of hand, like when Inuyasha went full demon on nearly Nikki and cut off the other arm that Sesshomaru had. And basically, because of Inuyasha, Sesshomaru only has one arm. So he's a one arm, full fledged demon. Now, that's always going to be held Inuyasha accountable because he's not a full demon unless he transforms. But he never transforms. Throughout this whole fight, all Shishomaru actually wants is the Tensaiga. And like, after a few episodes of actually getting yourself beaten sometimes, I just give up. And plus, the fights in the movies and the series were just on a grand scale. A grand scale, Wind Scar, Dragon Strike, Backlash Wave. Forgot the other technique. Somebody told me in the comment section. Next one comes from my all-time favorite anime. And the recent movie that just came out was pretty epic. I love it. Like I said, epic. And it is technically not the best picture I got, but it's Detective Conan Conan versus the Black Organization or the Men in Black. Basically, because the Men in Black are the ones that made Jimmy Kudo, aka Conan Edogawa, small. Now, what happens is in the movie, the 13th movie, Conan goes up against Irish. Well, he gets himself beat up pretty badly. It was pretty awesome about it was Rachel comes and saves him. Now that was if Rachel came and fought Irish and she did get hurt. I have to say, but she was one of my favorite characters next to Conan. I like that. Now the ending, the Black Organization. I'm not sure if they died after that incident, after they crashed a helicopter, but I hope they did, cause that would be the awesome part of it. Next one came from an old classic anime I used to watch, and that is from Yu Yu Hakusho, Yusuke Urameshi versus Randolph, I think. I keep forgetting his name, but basically, it's during one of Genkai's training methods. He's trying to go up. It's like a tournament, basically, and he's going up against a lot of demons and others. And when he goes up against Randolph, this guy beats him up, and if you see here, he ties him to a, hangs him upside down from a tree, and fires his spirit gun. This fight does end with Yusuke using his shotgun ability, or I forgot the actual name in English was actually called, but it was, no, I think it is called shotgun technique, but it was pretty good. So that was that. Next one comes from a old television series cartoon based off a video game, and that is from Beautiful Joe Captain Blue versus Beautiful Joe, the final episode. Basically, Captain Blue turned on the side of evil. He winded up thinking that I'm a bad man, I'm bad, and Joe really didn't know he was going up against Captain Blue the entire time until the end. When he finds out it's Captain Blue, he's completely in shock. He's like in denial that this is him. He can't believe it. But the fight goes on. Beautiful Joe and Captain Blue are pretty. It's an epic fight towards the end, and towards the final shot with Beautiful Joe's powerful fist attack that incapacitates Captain Blue, and that fight really pulled out something to me. That was pretty epic. And at the end, he's like, "I'm sorry." A villain who says "I'm sorry" for everything in the end deserves to be good. Okay. Last part will be from my favorite Dragon Ball Z Goku versus Piccolo, the World Tournament fight. This one got my respect for everything, for the fights. This whole fight here is pretty epic. Now, what made this fight so epic? The fact was, it's in the World Tournament Saga, and it's Piccolo. Piccolo really, I don't think he killed anybody, but he's willing to fight Goku and harm him if have to. Throughout the fight, there are multiple Kamehamehas and multiple scenes where we thought the main hero dies, but he comes back. And what happened was Piccolo blasts a hole through Goku that breaks all his bones. Note that much. He breaks all his bones. All the bones in his body were broken. But what ended up happening was Goku stood up and Piccolo was like, "What the? You shouldn't be standing. I broke every bone in your body." And apparently, the only move that seemed to knock out Piccolo was a headbutt. Well, coming from a sand, that's really powerful, I guess. Just a collision with his chest. It hit his chest, so really we don't know that much. But basically, I believe that is the first time Goku had actually flown without the Nimbus Cloud, which was pretty awesome. And he won the World Tournament Saga. Or, he won the World Tournament. Good times, good times. I have some time left on the clock. I need to tell you guys some stuff. I might not know what my next book's gonna be because I haven't actually. Well, I've been reading, yes, but I don't have the next book for of the next Percy Jackson book. The next Percy Jackson movie is not. I don't know when that's coming out, but I got an idea. You guys come back soon. Maybe I'll do another list, or I'll do something out of context. So Knight Rider 7602 signing out.